Yeah, right there, right there, right there. Yes! Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Yeah! Welcome to the most overrated, underappreciated, most viewed, underviewed YouTube channel of all time. Welcome to the Prince of Fresh Air. So, how can you make your acting career from a dream into reality? Don't worry, because the Prince of Fresh Air got you covered. That's right. So the first thing I would say is you have to get training. And training could mean many things. That means going to school for it or just taking classes for it. You know, for me, I went to UASPA in New York City. I did 4 years of high school for theater. And then I went to St. Bonaventure University for 4 years in theater. And obviously I got my degree, but that's one way you can go about it. Some people just take classes. That means hiring a coach or doing 6 to 8 week extensive courses in it. And that's very important. You have to understand, you know, what it's like to break down scripts, memorize lines, break down your characters. Everybody needs advice, right? Because being an actor is not just about being in front of the lights and camera. You have to understand the scene. You have to understand your character. You have to understand the relationship from your character to other characters. You have to learn how to break down scripts, and you also have to learn industry terms and just, you know, stuff that you would need and further down the line. You have to know what downstage left, upstage left means in theater. You have to know where hit your mark means in TV and film. So you have to understand those things. You have to learn those things, and that's why training is very important in the beginning stages, at least. So the next thing I would say is experience. That's right, experience, you know, because this is the real world. So you got to apply that training to the real world. When you go to school, obviously there's a lot of ways to, you know, get that experience. There's a lot of films and plays that your school will put on for you, or, you know, cast. So that's a great, easy way to just get your foot in the door. You can also apply for different casting services. Backstage is a really good one. Casting Networks, Casting Frontier. These are all amazing tools to help you find those opportunities and really start, you know, building that portfolio and just getting experience. You know, there's nothing like being on set and being able to bring your training and your hard work into life. And so there's different ways for it. You got student films, feature films, graduate thesis films. There's so many opportunities out there for you. You just got to go get them. So definitely get experience, because that's very important, especially as you progress in your career. So the next advice I would say is it pretty much goes hand in hand with experience. But you want to use that experience to get you a reel and resume. Those are your two most important acting tools that you will ever need. And without those, it's kind of hard to progress in your career. So everything that you do, everything that you get casted in, put that down on your resume. That's very important. You want to get your credit. You know, you put a lot of hard work, and a lot of these opportunities are free. So you want to make sure you get the reward for all your hard work. So definitely get the credit, and definitely get the footage. That's very important. And, you know, eventually as you progress in your career, you can take out some of the ugly footage, as we like to say, or the beginner's footage, and, you know, put more high profile gigs on there. But definitely start building those tools, because especially as you start looking for more paid work or eventually for an agent, you need those two things. Without those two things, it's pretty hard to get anything. Networking. Networking is very important. This is another step and stage you want to start doing, especially when you got all your tools and stuff ready. Networking is a great way to get more opportunities for more directors and people behind the scenes to notice you. And you always want to be the guy they want to call for a project, because they like working with you and they think you're professional. And that's just very important. You know, this industry is who you know, about who you know. So definitely don't use people, but definitely use your connections. You know, if you worked a student film or a feature film and you like working with the casting crew and, you know, production, definitely take the time out of your day to reach out to them to see if they got any other opportunities. or maybe sometime down the line they'll put you in a bigger project that they have going on. So networking is very important. Keeping those relationships are very important, because you never know who they know. So that's one word of advice for you. Now, here's the best thing. Here's the best part about this journey is getting representation. Amazing, right? All your hard work, all these months and years put into, building that reel and resume comes together. And this is when you want to start looking for representation, which is an agent or manager. Now, I'll do that in a different video, the difference between an agent and a manager. But simply, the agent gets you work and the manager helps you make more career smart choices. But especially, as you start progressing in your career, you need your agent to get you more work, better opportunities, because, eventually you don't want to do free work. What I'm saying? There's a lot of work that goes into your craft, and you start, getting paid for it, because at the end of the day, you are a business. Your reel, your resume, your headshots are your calling card, and that is your business, and that is your brand. So own it, take real pride in it, and definitely start reaping the benefits, for your career. So go out, look for agents, and there's different ways. You can just go on SAG.com and find SAG agents. So that's very important, especially when you want to start really getting in the conversation for Stranger Things, Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad. Those are the opportunities you want. You need an agent for that. Commercials, TV and print, modeling. There's so many agents that do so many things, but eventually you want to get into SAG. And I'll get to that in the next advice piece I'm going to give you. But agent is very important. So definitely use that to your advantage, because you never know when your time is coming, right? So, and like I said, and the last thing, joining the union. Now, you can join the union before you get an agent, but I would recommend this the route I went. I came to California and I got an agent after getting my reel and resume together, and I'm not in the union yet. That was kind of a conscious choice I decided to do, because once you join the union, it kind of handcuffs you a little bit. Now, I'll get into that in another video, but joining the union has very amazing privileges. Without joining the union, you can't, do TV and film projects. All your big projects that you want to, become an actor on, become a lead actor on. You really can't do that without being in a union. So definitely start making your way to that. That's what I'm doing right now, is starting to make my way into the union. And that's very important, because certain gigs, or most high paying and high profile gigs, aren't available to non-union actors. So definitely start making your way to SAG, because that's an amazing way to start getting your face out there. Because at the end of the day, in order to really be successful in this career, you have to start getting your face out there. You want people to recognize you for yourself and for your work, but most importantly for your work. My last piece of advice would be, have fun. This is an amazing journey. Yeah, there's a lot of no's and rejection, but there's always good that comes with the bad. And definitely enjoy the journey. It's amazing to hustle, to know what it's like to be told no, or just get corrections in your work. Even Robert Downey Jr. makes mistakes. It happens. It's part of the life and the journey of an actor. But definitely own it, enjoy it, embrace it. There's nothing like getting an audition notice, when you're getting off work or you're sitting at home and you finally get the opportunity that could change your life or just benefit you in the long run. So have fun. This is an amazing journey. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like, being a star of a production. It's amazing. There's nothing wrong with being an actor. It's an amazing opportunity, especially once you get to make a career out of it. So definitely progress, level up, and enjoy the ride. There's so many benefits to being in this industry, you don't even realize it. Some couple tips, tricks, and advice I would say also, just some random things. Background, like I said in the previous video, is another amazing way to get that big feel of what it's like to be on a major production set. And truth be told, a lot of people can't handle the stress that comes with being a big Hollywood actor. So definitely take the time to go out and see if that's something you can relate to and you enjoy. Because, you know, being on set for 12 hours, 13, 14 hours a day may seem fun until you actually have to be in that environment. And that goes without saying with experience. A lot of feature films, not student films, but a lot of feature films require multiple days, long hours. So that's another great way to start getting that understanding and that feel of what it's like to reach the pinnacle of acting. I actually had this conversation with my agent. Be open-minded. You know, there's going to be a time, especially in my career journey right now, where acting is my main focus, but I'm also exploring different options. And that doesn't mean leaving the industry. That means being open to voice acting, commercials, print, stuff like that. Those are the things that can help you get into SAG as well. And that's another way to, you know, just start building your brand. You know, there's more resume and opportunities and real opportunities, you know, because a lot of these big productions, you know, they cast for everything. You know, it's not just, you know, for Breaking Bad and, you know, Modern Family. You know, even your Nike commercials and your food commercials, those are a great way to make great money, build your resume, and also get recognition. So be open-minded and understand that there's many ways to break into the industry. It's not just a cut and dry way anymore. It's 2020. You gotta give it the times, right? And the last thing I would say is this journey is what you make it to be. You know, sitting on the couch eating potato chips all day is not going to get you where you want to be. You have to go get those opportunities. And that means even if you have to move. Like for me, I moved to California because I knew I was at a point in my life where it was time for a change and I was ready for the big stage. And, you know, you have to make that decision for yourself. You know, you have to, you know, treat yourself as a business at some point. And in order to do that, you have to start looking at yourself as a business. So definitely start making those moves, especially when you get your headshots, your resume, your reel together, and it's polished. Definitely start looking at yourself as a brand, you know, because, you know, obviously, yeah. But, you know, treat yourself with respect and treat others with respect. But definitely look at yourself as not just an actor. You know, you're a brand. You're bringing something to the table. And that's what separates the men from the boys or the women from the girls. So own yourself and be proud of what you do. And, you know, this journey can get lonely sometimes, but this is what makes the journey fun. And thank you guys for tuning into another video. This is your host, the Prince of Fresh Air. Check out my podcast, The Prince of Fresh Air, available on Spotify, Google Play, and many different platforms. And definitely check out my Instagram at Mr. No Days Off Percy. Like, subscribe, leave comments. Let me know what you want to know about the business or some things or some advice I can give you about your journey. And remember, a helping hand is a better hand. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next video.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass and I'm homebound.